Hey there, welcome to day one. Right, today we're gonna be doing uh, LeetCode problem 69, square root x. And so in this problem, we're given a non-negative integer, and then we're gonna return the square root of the x, rounded down to the nearest integer. So, for example, right, the square root of 4 is 2, so it's already an integer, so we can just return 2. And over here, the square root of 8 is 2.8, and so we want to round that down, we want to get 2, right? So we know for a fact that square root of a number is going to be like either half or lower than half of the number, right? You're not gonna have like 3/4 of a number if it's a integer at least, right? And then we also know that what we're trying to find is going to be, I guess, the biggest integer that when you square it, it doesn't go over the number, right? So for example, right, 2 squared is 4, but 3 squared is 9, and 9 is bigger than 8, and so therefore, like, 3 cannot, like, when you round down, 3 cannot be the square root, but because 2 is the biggest integer, when you round down, 2 will be the square root, right? So the way we're gonna code that is we're gonna try and do a little search to try and find what the biggest integer is. So we're gonna have a small, which we're just gonna start with 0, and a big that we're gonna start with what x is, and then we're also gonna have the answer, which is we're just gonna put 0 for now, right? Which is also good because if we're going between 0 and 0, the answer of the root of 0 is just 0, so it also helps us avoid another if statement. What we're gonna do after is gonna go while the small is less than or equal to the big, right? And we're doing this because we're going to change the numbers of the small and the big, so we can keep narrowing down the range to try and find the biggest integer. So while the small is less than or equal to the big, we're going to find the guess. So the guess is going to be small plus big divided by 2, and we're going to use the double division because we want to do it in integers, so we just want to find out what the biggest integer is, right? So we'll go if guess exponent 2 is bigger than x, right, which is our thing right now, then we're gonna say that the big side is going to be guess minus 1, pretty sure, because this means that it's too big, so we want to narrow down the search from this. And then we're also gonna go if guess exponent 2 is less than x, right? Then we want to go small equals guess plus 1, because this means it's too small, right? And there could exist an integer that's bigger than it, and that's also smaller than x, right? But also, just in case, because this could be the biggest integer, we're gonna set the answer equal to guess, right? Just in case that we never go in this if statement again, and every number bigger than this is just always over here and over here. And if these two are equal to each other, then this while loop will break, right? And then we need to have one other if statement, right, which is just if they're equal to each other, right? We have bigger, we have smaller, and if it's equal to each other, we're gonna just do else, which is gonna return guess, right? And then at the end of this problem, right, when this while loop breaks, right, whatever number is stored in the answer over here is what we're gonna return, right? Because that's gonna be the highest integer that the highest integer that doesn't go over what we're trying to find. So if we run that, should get, we actually got a wrong answer. Our output is 4. Okay, so let's look at what we did there. So what did we do here? we went out of the while loop. It's less than or equal to that. Okay, so this one, it worked easily, but for this one, right, our expected was 2. So let's look at the code. For example, small plus big, and then divided by 2. So small plus big divided by 2, 8 is going to be 4. So 4 exponent thing is going to be bigger, right? And this one's going to be smaller. Actually, do like the else statement right there. Ooh. Small equals guess plus 1, and big equals guess minus 1. So we can dumb down the search a little bit. So if we run that again, we'll okay, so it worked that time. I guess we had I don't really know what we changed. I think we just put an else statement here, but it worked. So I thought it would still work no matter what. And then we actually did get one of the fastest solutions, and that's a LeetCode problem 69.